You must have seen a person whose discipline is so fierce that people feel intimidated just by looking at him. A person who wakes up at the same time every day, works at the same time, practices at the same time, and never stops. No matter the weather, no matter how tired the mind is, no matter how exhausted the body is, he keeps going. And the people around him say, "This person is not normal." But the truth is, he doesn't look normal because most people never even touch that level of discipline in their entire lives. They go strong for 2 weeks. They break down in the 3rd week. They give up in the 4th week. And the next Monday, they start the drama of a new beginning again. But very few people operate at a completely different level. Their discipline doesn't scare. It roars. And today, you will learn how this level is created. It's not a game of a powerful mind or an extraordinary body. It's not the result of some magical habit, app, a motivational video, or the trend of waking up at 5 a.m. It comes from an ancient psychological rule that very few people know, and even fewer follow. The rule is simple. Practice doesn't work because of what you do. Practice works because of what you decide to become. Discipline is not born from action. It is born from identity. Most people treat their habits like tasks. Do it today. Tomorrow, we will see. If they feel like it, they do it. If not, they skip it. But what they don't understand is this: every time you skip a habit, you weaken a part of yourself, and every time you complete it, even for 1 minute, you lay a new foundation within yourself. This is the point most people never understand. They think discipline means doing a task for 1 hour every day, walking 10,000 steps, doing hard things daily. But the first stage of real discipline is something entirely different. Discipline is when you eliminate the option of choice. Your mind no longer has the option to ask, should I do it today or not? You just do it, like breathing, like bathing, like wearing clothes, every day. These are things you don't think about. You just do them. But humans do the opposite with habits. They turn every habit into a decision. Should I do it today or not? And the more decisions your mind has to make, the faster it gets tired and the quicker you give up. This is why some people practice at the exact same time every day and never stop, because they eliminated the option to change the time their practice became a fixed line. The mind cannot interfere. This psychological lock makes people extraordinary. Now comes the question: is this power something people are born with? No. A completely ordinary person can build it. This story begins with a man exactly like you. He also quit every 2 weeks. He also started new habits and abandoned them. He also said every Sunday, "From tomorrow, for sure," and nothing changed on Monday. But one day, he realized he was fighting the wrong thing. He wasn't fighting his habits. He was fighting the system of his mind. And when he understood that system, his entire life changed. He discovered that the real enemy isn't laziness or weakness. The real enemy is options. Where there are options, excuses are born. Where excuses exist, downfall begins. And where downfall begins, a person gets lost. So he decided to remove options from his life. He connected his practice not with mood, but with identity. He understood a deep truth. When you build a habit, you change in action. When you change identity, you change your life. He told himself, "I am a practicing person. I am someone who walks towards his goal every day without excuses." This wasn't a task, it was a declaration of character. The moment he said it, something shifted within him. The decision happened once. After that, every day was only execution. But the real transformation began when he did something 99% of people never dared to do. He made his practice public, and that step shook his psychology forever. Most people think habits are personal. Nobody needs to know. But this thinking keeps you weak. When something is private, your mind places it in the "I can skip it if I want" category. But the moment you announce it to the world, it moves into the "I must do it" category. He wrote on a paper, "I practice for 20 minutes every day at 5 a.m., 90 days, non-stop." And he didn't just write it, he felt it like a vow. Then he posted it on social media. People laughed. They mocked him. "Let's see how long this drama continues," they said. Every word became fuel for him. Now failing didn't just mean missing a habit. Failing meant the entire world seeing him break his own word. This fear, this pressure of reputations, this social risk, this is what makes habits unbreakable. Your mind still works like humans from thousands of years ago. Social embarrassment meant death. Being left alone meant destruction. So when you speak your vow publicly, your mind turns it into a matter of survival. Now, it's not a habitus life. Preservation. Then came the real battle, waking up at 5 a.m. His mind revolted on day one. Not today. Start properly tomorrow. Sleep a little more. One day doesn't matter. Why be so strict? These are the same voices that stop you every time. The same voices that make you fall after 2 weeks. The same voices that keep you average, but this time he had a weapon if he failed. He had to answer everyone. This embarrassment was more painful than the discomfort of waking up early. So, he turned his fear into fuel. That's when his real discipline was being born. But a new problem appeared. The habit still depended on his mind. Some days he meditated. Some days he read. Some days he just sat. The mind was still deciding what to do, and where the mind gets to decide, it finds excuses. So he adopted rule number 2A. Fixed sequence. Every day, 20 push-ups, 10 minutes meditation, 10 minutes reading, no changes, no mixing, no thinking, no deciding. Your mind loves variety because variety gives room for decisions, but discipline is born not from variety, but from repetition, and repetition becomes sacred only when you adopt it as a boundary. For days, his mind fought him. This is stupid. Change it a little. Why be so rigid? But by day 14, something shifted. His body woke up before his mind. By day 20, he finished half the push-ups before realizing it. By day 25, meditation began automatically. This is the level where discipline becomes scary when you are no longer making decisions. You are simply doing. But the real test came when life punched him. Travel, exhaustion, illness, guests, unexpected work. These are the moments where you fall. This is where most habits break. And here he learned the biggest mantra. Practice should not be perfect, should be continuous. Even 1% counts, but it must be done. This rule took him to the next level, where discipline becomes identity. On day 40, he had a flight at 5 a.m. No yoga mat, no quiet place, no meditation room. The old hymn would have said, "Today, skip it. Circumstances are bad." But he had rule number 3, pre-decisions. You don't decide after an obstacle. You decide before it ever happens. If this happens, I will do that. This ancient technique has been used in temples for centuries. If the meditation hall floods, monks sit in the dining hall. If the dining hall burns, they sit in the courtyard. Practice does not depend on place, circumstances, or desire. Practice depends only on practice. So he did it. Push-ups in the airport. Bathroom, 10 minutes breathing meditation in the correcting 10. Pages on the plane. People stared at him like he was crazy. He smiled because this was the exact moment he understood. Real discipline always looks abnormal to others. By day 50, his body woke up at 5 a.m. on its own. By day 60, half the routine was done before he even noticed. By day 70, he was so steady, people said, "You look completely different." This wasn't a habit anymore. It had become identity, and identity never breaks. People told him, "You're overdoing it. This much strictness is not good." But the truth is, when your transformation makes people uncomfortable, it means you're finally growing beyond their limits. By day 75, his desire died. But the death of desire is not defeat. It's the greatest sign that discipline has moved beyond the mind and entered the body. By day 90, he woke up and completed his routine without even knowing what day it was. This was the state sages call sadhana, where the doer disappears in only the practice remains. People said, "This is not human." He said, "You're right, because I am no longer just a human. I have become a habit." His transformation reached its peak when life shattered his plans. Unpredictable events, shocks, chaos. This is where the old hymn would have broken down, waited for next Monday, promised a fresh start. But he wasn't that person anymore. Day 80, his child fell sick. A whole night in the hospital, no sleep, no energy, no energy. 5 alarm rang. The voice said, "Not today." Too much happened, but that voice was weak now. His identity had changed. He went to the hospital washroom, did 2 minutes of push-ups, 1 minute of breath meditation, read 1 page. That was enough, because the gap did not come. 1 day's gap is where people lose years of hard work. Day 82, his car broke down. He did 20 push-ups on the sidewalk. Day 85, work overload. He meditated on the office stairs. Someone asked, "Are you crazy?" He smiled, "No, I am steady." This was the level where his discipline began to scare people. When your focus, stillness, consistency make others uncomfortable, you have reached the top 1%. By now, it wasn't just routine. It was in his veins. The unstable person he used to be had died. A new human had emerged, calm, unshakable, silent but sharp. A person whose consistency made people uneasy. And this is the real transformation. When your discipline becomes a mirror and shows people their own weaknesses, their excuses, their limitations, then they say, "No one does this much. This is too strict. You need balance." But they don't want to change. They're trying to protect themselves from the pain of self-reflection, but he had gone beyond those voices. He understood. Real discipline is not that you win every day, it's that you don't let yourself lose even once. He learned. Habits don't break from weakness. They break from "I'll do it tomorrow." That one gap is the thief that steals your entire progress. So he closed that door permanently. He was no longer the person who drowned in excuses, no longer the person who lost 2 His mind, every morning, he became a person whom excuses could not even touch. He was no longer a man with options. He had become a decision, and when a human becomes a decision, nothing in the world can shake him. An invisible armor had formed around him. No fatigue, no travel, no illness could pierce it. He no longer needed energy to stay disciplined. Energy is needed only when you fight your mind. That battle was over. He had killed the part of him that used to fall. Only the unbreakable part remained. Now, when people looked at him and said, "You're not normal anymore," he smiled and thought, that was the goal. Normal people get normal results, broken resolutions, incomplete promises, scattered effort. But the people who dare to be abnormalier, the ones who change the world. His journey had become a message. Discipline is not what you do every day. Discipline is what you cannot live without. He had become the kind of person whose consistency scared others, whose strength made them question themselves, and whose transformation forced them to rethink their own life. This is what sages call a new birth, when you rise from the ashes of your old self, finally become who you were always meant to be. You were afraid to become Dot, and now he knew. You don't change by trying to change. You change when you become the person for whom going back is impossible.